Hey folks, I'm Sir Vainglory, and welcome to part 45 of Napoleon's European campaign in Napoleon Total War. So, we're in a bit of a clean-up phase at the moment. Massena here is about to go and wipe out this Russian and this Austrian army, I hope. Napoleon's over here dealing with a few scattered remnants. And up here, I think I'm going to leave the Prussians just now. Davout's going to just march on Schwerin, take them out the war, because we've got Prussia and Austria on the brink of surrender. Prussia only has Königsberg left, I believe, and Austria has Budapest, Klausenberg and Lemberg. I think that's them. So, just taking a bit of time to secure our rear areas. We've still also, I suppose, got this Russian army down here that we'll have to deal with. So that's probably what this army in Paris is going to do. You still got a wee bit of recruitment happening in here, but today's task is in here. So Massena, your army's in good enough shape just to go right ahead, and let's attack the Russians. Okay, good. Stand and fight. Oh, interesting map. This big valley run right through the centre. Some impassable terrain over here. But we need to advance up onto this ridge. I mean, well, that's the Russians, of course. Where are the Austrians going to come in from? Austrians, thinking about it, they were to the east. Yeah, we were advancing up from the south towards the Russians. The Austrians were over to the east, I think. So, in theory, that's where they'll come from. In which case, I would like to get up here with the guns. So I think that's what we'll set up. Try and deploy over in that direction. See how things go. So I'll set up, and then I'll bring you folks back when we're ready to start. Okay, here's our setup. I am going all in on the notion that the Austrians will come in over in the right rear, or the right front, from my perspective, I suppose. I've split my artillery into two groups. We've got all our 8-pounder batteries here. They're going to advance up onto this high ground, and our 6-pounders over here will come up onto this high ground. So if the Austrians do come in over in that flank, we've got a couple of guns a bit closer to them, and our infantry is spread out over to the right. We've got 2 brigades there, and we've got our cav, some of the cav here to screen the advance of these guns. We then have another brigade of infantry in the centre, 2 brigades out to the left of this artillery, more cav out in that flank, and then 3 brigades back in reserve. There, there and there. So, let's go ahead and get moving. Start with the artillery, obviously, and you head up there. I don't have enough groups for everything, as usual, so I need to select a cav. I didn't think that was going to be the edge of the map. I thought they would have expanded and given me a bit more space, but never mind. The Russians just have musketeers. They don't have any cav to worry about. There's the Austrians coming in here, right enough. Good. And they've got the lands. So yeah, the cav advanced up there to screen the artillery as it moves forward. And then this infantry can follow up behind. Another brigade. So back here in reserve. Brigade in here to link 2 batteries of guns. And then the fact that the Austrians are coming in over there means that the two brigades out here, they can push up and swing in immediately. So you march to there, and this cav off in the distance, you can come up and push right through this village. Okay, the Austrian general, no, he's stopped now. He was pushing forward, but I just spotted their cav in there. Okay, so you come off, shoot at will. Let's just have you demonstrate and see how they react. Get these guns up on the battery to there. Right, the cav seems to have paused for now. I think actually, let's have you there. You can be just a bit further to the left. Right. Into diamond. You shoot at them since they've come into range. You charge. Do the same. In fact, you could go into skirmish mode and try and draw them away. There's another regiment coming in back here. Let's have you come off skirmish mode now. Come up here. Now we'll leave them to their business for the moment. You go over there, you're over there, so you will be up here. You in about there, and you up to there. Right, you target them. Back into skirmish mode. Too late. Should have drawn them off. Probably a bit confused. You wouldn't want to run into those musketeers either. Right, we've got this brigade has fusiliers up front, so you can get up in around there and form a square, hopefully. And their guns have opened up. Let's get you up to here. These guys are militia, so no squares for them. But there's fusiliers back there.
A glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
They weren't a full strength regiment, that's good. So, they've broken, good. Right, will you stay on them? No, in fact, you charge into the rear of them, please. And thank you. Guns here, at least, can unlimber. You're still on the march. Don't shoot at our men, Cav. Get out of there. And you should be ready to unlimber as well now. Begin returning fire. We know that we now want you on this face of the slope. This brigade here is going to push up to there. And the Cav over here, we can start to send that actually around after their artillery already. And we don't need to worry about squares any longer actually. So you just advance there. In fact, we'll just hold you back, let the guns do their thing. This cav, let's pull you back now actually. You've done your work. And just form this infantry up in here for now. There, and you actually just form a line in here. Okay, I'm actually going to leave you in column. There's your reserve there. You come up to that point, you should be fine. You're not going to get shot in the back of the head with cannonballs. What do they have back here? They still got some infantry on the march. But we'll send the cav over there now. Just at the walk, once you get closer, you target that battery. You target second, and that leaves you to go after the general. And let's have you guys in diamond, why not? Okay, you come forward. Taking fire from their artillery. But hopefully down there you're safe from ours. I'm going to leave that battery in front of the guns, that brigade in front of the guns, and we'll bring these guys over to attack in from the flank. And that leaves our artillery with clear fields of fire. You've had a bit of a rest. Let's bring you back up. And I haven't even moved the skirmishers, I completely forgot about them. Okay, let's move you a bit further forward. Where's your fusiliers? They're back here. Come up to there. And they get more infantry coming in at the back, they do. But hopefully our cav get in and do their business. What is it here anyway? Landwehr. Fusiliers there though. It's a bit more of a concern. But if we get the crews off these guns, that's sufficient really. Ready to pull out. There's one gone, and the other. That's fine, so I'll pull you back to here. Swing you around there so that you can still shoot at the general. Could you? And you come out. Staying out of range of you, which is okay. You come up onto this high ground. This brigade comes around into the rear. Pull back. And the general has charged forward. Interesting. Okay. Would you just take up position back here for now? don't know what you're doing. I'm not advancing anyway. So we'll push a bit further forward. Up to there. Don't want to get too close because of our own artillery. But if you come up there, and you're there, we'll have you push on against the infantry back there. Let's unlimber those guns just for the sake of having them in the fight. Swiss Grenadiers trying to charge in. And getting there, well done. The Fusiliers, you're back here, so you get on the move. And we've got, again, Fusiliers there. Could you target them? General was trying to charge in here, I think. Okay, so they've broken, so you now form into a column. You just charge after them. In fact, you charge into them. Don't line the wall, form up here. Do the same, and let's charge in here. Another regiment coming in. Charge in and support your troops there, and they've broken enemy. So you actually just stay put. And they've run. They're running as well. Right, you two form up facing them. And we'll just have you get back into marching formation. Charge there. And this is Fusiliers, yes. Let's get this regiment here to attack them as well. Just to add your weight of numbers. You're pretty much still getting into position. Do that. You march forward to here. And they're running, so attack them as well. We'll have you just hold back. They're off the map, it seems. Form up. Okay. Well, I think when this regiment here gets on the map and then turns and runs, that's them done. I don't see anybody else marching onto the battlefield. There we go. So, yes, straightforward enough. Losses amongst the cav weren't as bad as I feared they might be. That militia did take a bit of a pounding, but fine overall. Okay. Well, I suppose, yeah, they did turn and run, so let's go ahead, finish them off. I think actually I'll fight that one off camera. There's no point having you sit through that. Do we have anything else to do, though? Napoleon's marched out, as is Davout. No, so that's us. Apart from this, we're at the end of the turn. So I think I lost it now. Where is it? Here. We'll go ahead. We'll fight this anyway. It'll be a quick battle, but at least this time they're not marching onto the field, so I should be able to completely destroy them. We'll just get the cav and the guns set up. The guns can break them quite quickly. Well, there's a town. Yeah, so are they set up behind the town? Are they in the town? They're in it. Okay, so I'll set up. I think we will have to march towards them. Yeah, maybe need to march the guns forward a bit. But actually, let me just check before we go ahead. So, and you are 8-pounders. Your range just outside the swines. Right, so I need to set up for a short march, and then I'll bring you guys back. Okay, so I didn't spend too much time on this. We've got all of our guns lined up, ready for a short advance into firing position. And then we have cav out to the right and left. And then we have just 3 brigades of infantry set up. There aren't very many Austrians facing us, so we're just going with that. Everybody else grouped up en masse in reserve. Let's go ahead, start the battle, and let's move the guns just up to here. And get the cav swung out wide. You to there. And these guys over here. And then our infantry. Again, just in case they advance towards us, try and get in range of our guns, just to make sure that the guns are protected. But for the most part, they're just going to sit and wait until it's time to go and mop up whatever's left. Okay, let's not bother advancing too far. Just get this over with in short order if we can. There we go. Because we're at our most vulnerable, obviously, when we're marching towards their guns. I think they've got two 12-pounders there. But I think this should be actually... Do I need to move my 6-pounders a bit closer? I think we will push you up to here. But we'll unlimber the 8s. That's 8. That's 8. Another 6-pounder battery. You have to be in an awkward position, don't you? But are you in firing range? At least of their guns. Oh yeah, that's fine. Right. Let's get the 8-pounders into action then. So, you 3 unlimber, and you unlimber. try to avoid shooting these guys when you open up. Hopefully they'll be far enough advanced by that point. Maybe just down into there would do. And with that being the case, with infantry's moving far enough forward as it is. Let's just have you not straddling fences if we can avoid it. Make sure you're not going to be in front of those guns. That will do you in there. Swing you further around the flank. And you can unlimber there. This other battery in range? It is, hopefully. Yeah, I think they're now marching towards us. They are. The guns have been wiped out. Okay. Well, if they're coming towards us, let's just line there. Here, you come into their flank, and you come round to the rear. And if you do something similar over here, they don't have any cav, no, just their general. It's general staff. Okay. Line there, please. And we'll have the reserve come up to there. You should really get into line as well. Load up on canister now, in anticipation of them getting into range. I did have another brigade. Yeah, you're right behind those guns. Let's take you off, shoot it well. Make sure you don't end up shooting our own artillery crews. You advance right in behind them. Here, I'd expect they'll break and run shortly. Into canister as well. Let's view around here. Charging valiantly forward, especially at this regiment. Where's those Fusiliers gone? Here. They're on the run. Although they don't seem to be going for this battery, they're marching straight through the middle. Okay. Chase them down. You can charge into them. Form a line. Swing in behind somewhat. You extend the line round there. £8-pounders are slightly behind, some of them behind the crest of the hill, which isn't great, obviously. You target them. And you switch to canister. Good. They've broken at least. Let's have these lancers here. Can we kill their general? Chasing them down. Standing strong for now. Right. Just about done. You start moving in, you down. In fact, you charge into the rear of them because they're heading off in this direction. And we'll limber up all the guns. Nobody back here close enough to go after the general, but only 5 men left. Yeah, too late now. You should have had you running. Continue. Wipe them out. You're close enough. I'll try and send you after the general, see how you get on. And after him, or them. Okay, we can fast forward. You catch him, doesn't really look like it. Mind you, the way he was weaving about the battlefield there, I thought maybe he was heading back in this direction. Don't you shoot at will. Okay, so I think we can leave it there. That should be the end of that army. And hopefully with minimal casualties this time. 452. Mind you, look at this. So, but what, 270? And the kills were friendly fire. And that militia. Yeah, so the guns were obviously shooting into a melee there. Hey! Success. Okay, so yeah, the army in Paris will march towards Milan, and I think that means that, do I have money to? I don't have money to repair that right now. We'll have Massena. You head back over into Prague, or towards Prague. Massena and Napoleon will advance and finish off the Austrians. You'll come back, deal with Schwerin, and then you'll head back to finish off the Prussians. How much money do we make per turn? Still 14,500, so I could raise another army if I wanted to send 2 in here or keep one back in France. So yeah, I'm comfortable enough with that. So those 3 armies eventually will push on towards Russia. This one will come in and be the rear area security, and we'll have one more, at least partial army, to guard Paris. Okay, well, for now though, it's time for a break, so thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please leave me a comment, rate the video, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content, and hope to see you again next time. Cheers!